walking. In Gaelic, it's called lua. It's the technique of finishing the newly woven tweed by soaking it and thumping it rhythmically to shrink and soften it. Of course, all this is done by hand. In the old days, the songs served to keep the rhythm and lighten the work. I have chosen to make this a Gaelic music compilation video that demonstrates the walking songs of the Scottish Highlands, instead of making it each song a Learn a Gaelic Song video, because these songs, they sound great, but the lyrics change drastically from one recording of a particular song to another. And almost half of the words in a song are nonsense words, just to keep the rhythm and the cadence going. Many of the songs are loosely constructed. In order to make a song last long enough for the work, the lines might be imported from another song, or perhaps a few lines of improvisation could be thrown in. So to say the least, I had a great amount of difficulty in putting together Gaelic lyrics to each song, let alone English translation. However, these songs are too beautiful not to be heard, so I want you to enjoy them. If anyone out there in the Gaelic community, the Scottish community, the Celtic community, can get me the lyrics to these songs and or the English translations, I would gladly pull this video down and redo it, because I think learning these songs is important to preserving and promoting our culture. The first 6 tracks are from the Walking Songs of Barra CD. Walking Songs of Barra featuring Mary Morrison, Callum Johnston, Kate Buchanan, and Flora Boyd. Now the first track is going to be Ra'u Savain, Were You in the Mountains?
You wish the words. Jesus only.
Hey,
The information that I have gathered about walking and the methods used in the Highlands and the islands came from a wonderful website, www.walk.org, and a group named Skiaba Louis. Don't even want to try to pronounce that word, but it means Inverclyde Walking Group, and they still get together and they walk well. A wonderful woman named Frances Dunlop formed Skiaba Louis in 2000 with some friends, fellow members of the Greenock Gaelic Choir. Sadly, the choir disbanded, but they're having so much fun singing the walking songs that they decided to stay together as a group. They currently have a dozen members or more, and they're always welcome to come and join them. And they perform at regular venues up and down the west coast of Scotland, Dunfermline, Edinburgh. They've even traveled as far as Poland and even invaded England on occasion. I had such a hard time putting this video together that I didn't give the video, the due diligence it deserved. And I was called out for it by a couple of lovely ladies. First, Marianne Kennedy, and then Frances Dunlop herself. I always appreciate constructive criticism, and these two wonderful women were all too willing to help, and I appreciate them for that. So if you need any information on walking or just want to learn more about it, go to www.walk.org. Alright, the next song is Maroon Aileen, My Love Alan.
Daddy, Soro, hookah, hookah, Molati, Shinduha, Kruam, Molati, Shinduha, Kruam, Molat, Mora, Chewruari, Molat, Mora, Chewruari, She may got to do me quarter, She may got to do me quarter, I miss the Jesus, the toilet, I miss the Jesus, the toilet, I mean glass of hoon and toilet, I mean glass of hoon and toilet, I mean in the dulum the toilet, I mean in the dulum the toilet, I miss the ross fat the horse, I miss the ross fat the horse, Sound like singing who got home, Sound like singing who got home, Kasengar va harska ki.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Kasengar va harska ki.
Oro huka huka.
Hukishina minan mor.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Hukishina minan mor.
Oro huka huka.
Nachtala shiri pedali.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Nachtala shiri pedali.
Oro huka huka.
Kasen gusti he sies.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Kasen gusti he sies.
Oro huka huka.
Asen talu kaladish.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Asen talu kaladish.
Oro huka huka.
Oro hookah hookah.
Oro huka huka.
Garachlemu seven boo.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Garachlemu seven boo.
Oro huka huka.
Tulen dusi kiet vanak.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Tulen dusi kiet vanak.
Oro huka huka.
Ede hoede pate ver.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Ede hoede pate ver.
Oro huka huka.
Vera hoede hule shelek.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Vera hoede hule shelek.
Oro huka huka.
Vera verke julesteen.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Vera verke julesteen.
Oro huka huka.
Hoeken goedu lezen been.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Hoeken goedu lezen been.
Oro huka huka.
Ledig kan een laut koon.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Ledig kan een laut koon.
Oro huka huka.
Ledig vlugget vlugget brand.
Ukedia shidu karo.
Ledig vlugget vlugget brand.
Oro huka huka.
Oro hoeka hoeka.
Oro huka huka.
Now, walking was the final stage in the long, laborious process of producing homespun cloth. When tweed comes off the loom, it is stiff and rough, and to weave it's quite loose. Walking thickens and softens. Nowadays, of course, this is all done by machinery. But formerly, everything was done by hand, or even feet. Alright? Now, the cloth was soaked in what we call household ammonia, basically stale yarn. This useful chemical, known in Gaelic as Mester, helped make the dyes set fast and to soften the cloth. For the womenfolk who took part, walking was an enjoyable social occasion, with plenty of fun and gossip as well as hard work. Alright, the next song is going to be La Suvel Bain Gol. One day as I roamed the hills.
Stop it. Als je op je gonna
Wow. Now, walking was a widespread practice, but it seems that only in Scottish Gaelic culture was it accompanied by singing, or at least it is only in Scotland that the songs have survived. This was a very ancient tradition, and some of the songs are centuries old, being passed on orally. They have been transformed into many differing versions, which adds to the interest, but can also be quite frustrating as we agonize over which beautiful version we prefer. Alright, next we're going to have Avain is Hall Arain Angar, a woman over there who laughed. Alright.
When I towl the rain and gather,
When I towl the rain and gather,
when I towl the rain and gather, not through a cleft pure can rise.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord. The no him.
Not through a cleft pure can rise.
Not through a let you work and rise.
Not through a cleft pure can rise. Span oak and shade the crag.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord. The no him.
Span oak and shade the crag.
Spen up and hear the cragger.
Span oak and shade the crag. Sin sinus marahami.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord. The no him.
Sin sinus marahami.
Silen she's mad at me.
Sin sinus marahami. Maniura no in your havani.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord. The no him.
Maniura no in your havani.
Manura no in your calling.
Maniura no in your havani. Shall I get seen as seen an orphan?
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord. The no him.
Shall I get seen as seen an orphan?
Shaka she is still on earth.
Shall I get seen as seen an orphan? Sir only o and Halle.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord. The no him.
Sir only o and Halle.
Run lay a vegan dada.
Sir only o and Halle. Signora Paquick, who was a star.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord.
Heal and be cold, Lord. The no him.
Signora kvik gloos statal.
Rapper virke gloosje statal.
Rapper kvik gloos statal. Ecclesiol huol halakit.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Ecclesiol huol halakit.
Ecclesia la hua la hadekit.
Ecclesiol huol halakit. Wooggrelen panje.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Vistjörden brachtig bana.
Vierden brachtig bana.
Vistjörden brachtig bana. Kom niet al lange salen.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Kom niet al lange salen.
Hon ik met de lange salen.
Kom niet al lange salen. Als je jou staat aan de lijken.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Als je jou staat aan de lijken.
Vestjuja jag stachran hadekit.
Als je jou staat aan de lijken. Skoegbild de hieten kalabin.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Skoegbild de hieten kalabin.
Bilte iden akelen.
Skoegbild de hieten kalabin. Gabouw een glazen hoeva.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Gabouw een glazen hoeva.
Hapaun en glazen hoevae.
Gabouw een glazen hoeva. Dan doen we geen specularen.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Dan doen we geen specularen.
Dan doen we geen spekulare.
Dan doen we geen specularen. Dan doen we een prachtig banen.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Dan doen we een prachtig banen.
Dan doen we een prachtig bane.
Dan doen we een prachtig banen. Ziet er allemaal wonen Spanje.
Hilen peko ljoro.
Hilen peko leuro.
Hilen peko ljoro. Hu hadden no hu ahele.
Now, from what I see, this is how it works. One woman sings the verse of one or two lines, and it seems effortless, but it looks like it takes a lot of skill and practice to get the timing exactly right. Now, the rest, they join in the chorus, which is, in the oldest songs, are composed of meaningless vocals, and later songs may have had some words in the chorus as well. And in my laborious effort of trying to translate a lot of these, some of these songs just had words that did not mean anything, weren't even in any of my Gaelic dictionaries. So, now the walking, they would begin with a slow song, increasing in speed as the cloth dried, and the women got warmed up. In Uist and Barra, after being walked, the cloth was rolled up, patted to a smooth, and put out to the accompaniment of a clapping song, or what they call a Oran Besse, which was a fast, cheerful song, sometimes an improvised pairing off song when the names of those present would be linked with local young men. All right. All right, the next song is going to be on Hiddick Erich, The Silver Whistle.
Kohenjegen i tjakaläke tjidiljuhja Mach morui dalko faraki hora Mach morui dalko faraki Cianu cesko dolu galape hora Cianu cesko dolu galape Longornen drichren lekit hora Longornen drichren lekit Kopilgen riten range hora Kopilgen riten range Nodig mach morui kofern hora Nodig mach morui kofern Sechul falches mach ikelen hora Sechul falches mach ikelen Zit kan fini kline kari hora Zit kan fini kline kari Zit mach kval du an kjepich hora Zit mach kval vor an kjepich Zit mach kval goda chapit hora Zit mach kval goda chapit Fartena chayche pruatal hora Fartena chayche pruatal Ons nach bewirklich blechka kanne hora Ons nach bewirklich blechka kanne Ach bachkes de broen naar een hora Bachkes de broen naar een Svomne perde tal gaan ganne hora Svomne perde tal gaan ganne Svomniane tal gaan glani hora Svomniane tal gaan glani Sushke behen naar is tarik hora Sushke behen naar is tarik Spraun de groeien noza kali hora Spraun de groeien noza kali Skudi het nu geil kondolen hora Skudi het nu geil kondolen Skudi het rishares gachi hora Skudi het rishares gachi Gå henne være noen faders Gå henne være noen faders Må kjæreste min styrenamel Må kjæreste min styrenamel Nabinen nart bullet varai Nabinen nart bullet varai Skolak de kroeg kroeg hamali Skolak de kroeg hamali Skolak de kroeg so eichnes jarakel Skolak de kroeg so eichnes jarakel Sko henne gunni jakaraki tora Go henne gunni jakaraki Go henne nach shenu Go henne nach shenu Go henne nach shenu
Since walking was such an important part of female culture, women wishing to make a song would compose it as often as not in walking song style. Whether a love song or lament, praise of the clan or the homeland, a light-hearted fun song, anything that was part of everyday life, they would sing about. Now we love these songs because they are real, straight from the heart, full of passion, but utterly without sentimentality. The whole process was very therapeutic. In the songs, they could express their very emotion. The hypnotic thumping of the cloth on the table helps to release all of their tensions and frustrations. And, as a plus, it was very good exercise. In the company of their friends, they could have a good gossip and talk over problems, kind of like ancient Scottish therapy. Now, walking died out in the mid-20th century, but the songs are certainly worth preserving, and they need to be worked to bring them alive. Sometimes in the Highland villages in Scotland and at festivals, all across Scotland and America, that you can see demonstrations of walking. It's pretty impressive. Check it out. Alright, next is Smoke Anju Arain Mi Glusik.
Come,
All right. This next song, Nian Du, Nian Don, which means black-haired daughter or brown-haired daughter, is by Mary Jane Lamont. Now, I don't know what album this one comes from. I'm sure you could look it up and find out. There's plenty out there. Because this is what got me interested in the walking songs in the first place. A friend of mine online sent this to me and said, hey, take a listen to this. And I listened, and it was fascinating, so I started looking into it more. And that's how I found out about walking songs. So I think that's kind of cool. But that's our next song, Nian Du, Nian Don.
Yanin
Alright, our next song is going to be Ho-Ro Huggo Huggo by Joe Morrison off her Walking Tour of Scotland album. Alright.
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
avaru jiraga,
Gabia shehukoro,
lavaru jiraga,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Santa Josta hesafen,
Gabia shehukoro,
Santa Josta hensafen,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Yeraru jirafen,
Gabia shehukoro,
Yeraru jirafen,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Njálkadrani kich na glas,
Gabia shehukoro,
Njálkadrani kich na glas,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Húkanul na strúkalar,
Gabia shehukoro,
Húkanul na strúkalar,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Erekels nach biebja,
Gabia shehukoro,
Erekels nach biebja,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Hisera hinjechelua,
Gabia shehukoro,
Hisera hinjechelua,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Visere harstjen galer,
Gabia shehukoro,
Visere harstjen galer,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Gussan korpa horst go kiel,
Gabia shehukoro,
Gussan korpa horst go kiel,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Hookie shen an mianen mor,
Gabia shehukoro,
Hookie shen an mianen mor,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Njach jolly kogi biari lish,
Gabia shehukoro,
Nach jolly kogi biari lish,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Gussan korsti hensias,
Gabia shehukoro,
Gussan korsti hensias,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Assan talu kodarish,
Gabia shehukoro,
Assan talu kodarish,
Ho-ro hooka hooka,
Horo hookah hookah, horo hookah hookah.
Alright, our last song of the day is called Monian Dune, My Brown-Haired Lass. And it's a wool walking song from Outlander Season 1, the Rent episode. And the music is by Bear McCreary, but of course I don't think he's the one doing the singing. And if you want to see it, go watch that episode. It's the Rent episode of Season 1, and you can get to see what walking is really like. You know, what TV says it's like anyway. Alright, so our last song of the day is going to be Monian Dune.
Grimes, min tutteve gannen stod.
Money down, ho, goo, hee, ho, yo, money down, ho, goo.
Money down, hoshen clue, owen course number no.
Money down, ho, goo, hee, ho, yo, money down, ho, goo.
Money down, hoshen clue, fanna campish na shod.
Money down, ho, goo, hee, ho, yo, money in down, ho, goo.
Money in down, ho, goo. Simo love na do life, na kampisha boy.
Money in down, ho, goo. Hee, ho, yo, money in down, ho, goo.
Ach, my rukas mishandul, yevo crew and me do gone.
Money in down, ho, goo. Hee, ho, yo, money in down, ho, goo.
Hee,
Ho, yo, money in down.